Hello, welcome to part 2 of the Sing and Strum guitar course. So the next stage is choosing the right song, and I'm going to tell you a few tips that I'd like you to use for deciding on what song you would like to do. Okay, so first of all, let's do the easy bit. I've included a list of songs that I recommend underneath this video that are easy and great to get started with singing and playing guitar at the same time. If one of your songs, if a song that you really like is on that list, then great, because it will be perfect as you move throughout the other steps of this course. If there isn't a song there that you'd like, then try this. You're looking for an easy song. Now, what is an easy song? Well, basically, we're looking for a song that doesn't have there's two criteria. It doesn't have bar chords, because if you're still in your first sort of 6 months or so of playing, bar chords might still be a little challenging. And also something that doesn't have a complicated rhythm guitar part. Now, bar chords should be pretty obvious. You should know when there's going to be a bar chord in there and when there's not. If you've been playing a bit longer, the F, little mini bar chord, that should be getting within your reach now, okay? But the full bar chords, no. So what's a complicated rhythm pattern? Well, it's something that has a lot going on the right hand. So I'm just going to give you an example of something that would be a complicated rhythm pattern. Okay, now we don't want too much strumming, okay? We want to try to keep the strumming as simple as possible, and if you do understand any music theory, what we're trying to do is make sure the beat only has quarter notes or eighth beats, okay? So this would be a great simple rhythm pattern. So when you're choosing your song, listen to the guitar and listen to hear if there's a lot of strumming happening. If you're not too sure if there's a lot of strumming happening or not, then the best thing to do is get in contact with me and say, Drew, is this the right song for me? As part of the service, I will answer all your emails, okay? So make sure that the song is reasonably simple on the strumming. Next, make sure the song isn't too fast. We shouldn't be looking to be rocking out really quick at the moment. We're not going to go straight into any sort of like hard rock, punk, really sort of fast strumming. So something that's got a tempo, I'd say no quicker than about 100, 120 BPM. So that's probably about as fast as I'd say. Okay. In general, the slower the better, because it's going to be easier to change between chords and keep the guitar together. Next, choose a song that was meant to be played and sung at the same time. Okay, so the list of songs that I've included below are just like that. So they were written by someone who had an acoustic guitar in their hands and was singing over the top of that. Occasionally you might come across a song and the singer wrote a melody and the guitarist did the guitar part, but they weren't the same person. So that way it could be a little harder to sync up your vocals with your guitar if it was done by two separate people on the record. So an example would be a band like Maroon 5, for example. Adam does the vocals, and I can't remember the name of the guitarist, but he does the guitar. So to choose, ideally, a singer-songwriter of some description. That would be that way that the song was designed to be sung and played at the same time. Don't choose a song where the guitar is playing lead guitar. So we're not going to be doing a Jimi Hendrix at the moment. So we're just going to be making sure that it's always strummed and the guitar isn't doing anything like, you know, that sort of thing for the time being. We're just going to keep things nice and simple. One day you will be able to do that. Okay, so the next thing is choose a song where the singing isn't out of your range as a singer. So it's very important that you listen to the song intently and already have sung along to the original recording to see that your voice, you're not straining, you know, it doesn't feel really tight up here, or it's not so low that you feel like you're coughing and growling, okay? So make sure that the singer's voice fits your range as a singer. And I know I've just mentioned this, but please listen to the song. Listen to the song multiple times. It's when you've chosen that right song, make sure that you start to get it in your bones. You may think that you know it, but do you know all the words from beginning to end? Do you know where the melody goes high, where the melody goes low? Do you know where the guitar stops playing and there's a break? So listen to it, preferably with headphones. I find it's the most way to engage. Multiple times. Get to know it. Get the song under your skin. Next, for your vocal performance, now this is kind of an optional one. It really helps if you've got an emotional connection to the song. So if when you listen to it, it does something to you, it just makes you feel something and a lot of something, okay? It doesn't really matter what emotion it makes you feel, but make sure that it's got a connection and that you've got a good reason for doing it. Maybe you're learning to sing and play at the same time to play a song for someone. So choose your song with that in mind. What I think is that if you've got a desire, a goal to get to, then your song choice is going to be much more concise if it's aimed that way. Okay. And just one other quick thing before we move on to the next video. I'm going to be using House of the Rising Sun as an example of a song, and I'll be showing you the step process from there. I'm only using that because it's quite easy to go through, and it's very good if you're brand new to playing the guitar.